Greetings, fellow cooks. Marcelino Buena, your host from Dr. Flavor. Today we're having shrimp and grits. I know you're a fan because I love good shrimp and grits, and you're going to like my version. So stay tuned. You're going to see beautiful shrimp and grits and salmon cooked right here in Dr. Flavor. Greetings, fellow cooks. Marcelino Buena, your host from Dr. Flavor. Today we're making shrimp and grits and salmon, and I have a special guest, Adam, who happened to make me a grandfather this year. I'm really excited, and he came over to visit us. So today he's going to help me make the shrimp and grits and the salmon, and this is a little bit upscaled because I'm sure you've gone to many different places and had shrimp and grits and walked away a little bit disappointed because the grits are a little bit flat, lacking flavor, and they serve you 3 or 4 shrimps at the most, and also not very tasty either. So we're going to make this just right. So stay tuned. Okay, let's go over the ingredients. We got some avocado oil because we can cook very nicely. It has a very high smoke temperature. So we're good with that. We have a little bit of rotel because I like that nice spicy tomato. The beef broth, the chicken broth. And that's because we're going to make our own chicken broth. Some lemon, garlic, about a half a stick of butter. We have shallots because we're making shrimp. Now, normally when you're making shrimp and grits, you use a little bit of tasso, use a little bit of a cured ham. But today we're making Carolina Smokies with and they're hot Carolina Smokies. Hey, what the heck? We are in North Carolina. So we're going to have chili powder, we have cumin, we have my favorite, Badia's complete seasoning. We have shrimp, and they were an easy peel. And we're going to use the peels, the skins, to actually make and season the oil as we cook it. Of course, we're going to have black pepper with it and a little bit of cayenne. Now, we're going to have Indian head stone ground yellow cornmeal. It's nice to have the dense cornmeal because I like to make my grits more like a polenta. So that's why we're incorporating a little bit of chicken broth with it. Okay? And the next part, obviously, is going to be the salmon. So we have the salmon right here, and we're going to actually cover it with a little bit of garlic salt. We're going to have a little bit of a red pepper spread, nice and spicy. And we're going to add a little panko on top of that. That way when it's baking, it's not going to slide right off. It's going to hold on really well. So next part is we're cooking. Alright, so we're going to add butter. 1/4 cup of avocado oil, and we're going to add the shells of the shrimp. Now, this is very important because if I really need a lot of flavor, I will add the heads to the shrimp. But we're not making shrimp creole, we're just making shrimp and grits. But I like to season the oil that I'm using. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up and fry up these shells, and I'm going to separate it and leave the oil, and then I'm going to cook the shrimps with it. So I'm trying to filter out a little bit of the oil as this thing is cooking very nicely. Alright, so we're still got a little bit of oil in here and it's coming down. Okay, so now we're ready to cook up the oil, the shrimp. So let's start. So remember the last ingredient I added was the black pepper. But wait, there's more. One of the things that we want to start cooking first before we actually add the shrimp is the onions, the Carolina Smokies, the garlic. Okay, so we're going to let that cook a little bit. I'm going to need a little bit more oil, so I'm just going to add a little dab of oil in there. There you go. About a tablespoon of oil, because remember the shrimp already has some oil in there too. But the onions are absorbing the oil as well. And the Smokies haven't cooked long enough to actually drop the oil. But Adam, what do you think about the smell?
It smells good, man.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Having the cooking up those shells in the oil first, that seriously makes a difference. Wow.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's go ahead and drop the shrimp in there, and we're going to add a little bit of rotel, about 2 tablespoons,
Half a can.
half a can, right? Now this will cook very quickly. That's why it's important to actually put the onions in there first. I just turned off the heat on the grits. As you remember, I mixed all the seasoning into the garlic, into the shrimp before it cooked. Yum, yum. I don't want everybody to fall out of the pan. That's good at it. All right. Okay, I just turned off the heat. I noticed that it probably could have been a little bit creamier, so I added about half a teaspoon of cornstarch, and it's gotten me that texture. So the shrimp and grits are done. The polenta-like grits here, nice and smooth. So Now we're ready for the taste test. Oh, let's take a look at that salmon. Fantastic, huh? Looks great. So, oven is off. And we're ready to taste. Okay, so we're ready for the taste test. Right, Ann?
All right, all right.
All right. It's a little bit hot, but we're going to taste it.
Make these sacrifices. Oh, it's super hot.
Polenta is fantastic. The shrimp.
That's extremely good. It's got a good kick on there too.
It's got
A little bit of spice.
a little bit of heat. And my Carolina Smokies are spot on. So, fellow cooks, all I can tell you is this is a great dish. I'm sure that once you make this shrimp and grits on your own, you're not going to have anybody else's because it's that good. So this pretty much takes care of this. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Share this video with your family and friends, and come on back for the next one because we're going to be cooking. This is Marcelino Verne and Adam, and this is Dr. Flavor signing off.